welcome to my channel, Grumpy Gamer Builds. Here's a high-end build that I'm doing for myself. This was a i7, sort of mid-range i7, and I bought a i9 high-end processor for it, so I'm rebuilding it. It's an Aorus X299 motherboard. It's got 32 gig of RAM. Yeah, I won't make it a huge video. It's going to have a pretty big cooler on it. They run pretty warm, these CPUs. So there it is. I'm just putting the motherboard into the case, and I'll crack on. I'm putting a 360mm radiator in this build, and it doesn't seem to matter what case you actually put these in, it can be a struggle. There's not a whole lot of room for them, and I've had to slide this one up as far as I possibly can, otherwise the fans won't clear the motherboard there. This is always a bit of a struggle when you put these in a case, but anyway, I'll overcome it, and I'll crack on. Well, as you can see, I've got the cooler in, the 360mm cooler. Had to make a custom bracket because I've had to move the fans right over to clear the motherboard. It's just this kind of motherboard, all the fancy bits of plastic on it, it wouldn't clear. Got to give a shout out to Ed's PC. I needed an RGB cable, and I went in there and asked the guys. They don't actually sell them, so they had a look out the back and they found one for me. So shout out to Ed's PC. They're at Shop 41 Victoria Point Shopping Centre. If you need anything, they don't sponsor me or anything. They were just kind enough to help me out with that cable. So okay, I'll crack on. As you can see now, I've got the power supply in. I haven't done anything with the cables yet. It's 1200 watt power supply. You can't give these high-end builds too good a power supply. Video card's been fitted. I use these plastic covered screws. They don't mark the video card. You can get a hold of them at eBay, wherever you want. It's just that if you want to, you know, sell the card on a later date, it looks so much better if there's hardly a mark on it. It's a little bit dusty. I've had this sitting around a bit because I've been doing some test fitting, so it's not pristine, but it's still in pretty good condition, this video card. To give you an idea of the whole size of the card. That's a massive power supply, and that card's nearly twice the length of it. So yeah, now I know it's an Aorus build and it's an MSI video card, but you wait till you see the lighting on this card. It's something else to be seen. I mean, I don't know what the Aorus equivalent's like, but I know that this card's really nice, and I've had no trouble with MSI cards. Alright then, I'll crack on. Well, here you go everyone. She's up and running. It looks a bit better than it does on the video. There's a lot more colour to it in real life. For some reason it's sort of enhancing the brightness. There's a lot more colour to it. I've got a couple of covers that have got to go on. There's a cover that goes inside at the back in there, and one that covers all of the power supply and the cables. I've got a really noisy fan there. It's a heavy duty fan. I'm going to have to turn it down in the BIOS. But there she is. That's an i9 with 18 cores and 36 threads. It's got 64 gig of RAM. GTX RTX 280. Like I say, the video doesn't do it justice. I'll turn the light out and see. It didn't make much difference. Yeah, it's just not quite as crazy bright as that. And there she is. I'll give you a quick look when all the cases together. There's glass to go all the way around this case. It's glass on both sides, the top and the front. There it is from the front. I think you can see a little bit more colour in it there. It sort of just whitewashes out a bit when it does that flashing. Yeah, I noticed just as I was doing that video that a couple of those top bands, the RGB wasn't working, and it was just a wire had come unplugged when I was tying the wires up. It's all good now. It's I'm pretty impressed. It's truly a nice machine to have in my collection. I don't know how much I'll get to use it. I've got a new computer, pretty fast rising, but this I'll probably hook this up and test it out. But until the next video, this is a Grumpy Gamer signing off for now. See you later.